B, and C are board of directors of ABC Sdn Berhad, a company that deals in telecommunication parts. The relationship between C and the other directors, A and B, has become very strained. A and B negotiated on behalf of ABC Sdn Berhad a lucrative contract with a telecommunication company. When the contract was awarded, they formed XYZ Sdn Berhad to perform the contract, intending thereby to deny C any benefit from it. Upon the completion of the contract price was paid to XYZ Sdn Berhad.
So the issue is whether C can hold Director A and B accountable to ABC Neighborhood for the money received from the telecommunication company. So C have to prove that A and B has misused their power as director of ABC Sdn Berhad. According to Companies Act 2016, duties of director. A director and officer need to exercise under Section 218 Clause 1 duty to avoid conflict of interest. A director and officer of a company should not, without consent or ratification of general meeting, to use property of the company, to use information they acquire by a company, use his position as director and officer, use opportunity of the company, engage in business which is in competition with the company. So we will explain to you guys one point about their principle and also application, but in the examination we still use iPad. This only for to make you get better understand about this topic. So first is misuse of information. This section prohibited director to using information acquired by virtue of his position as a director of a company to make personal profit or other person profit or to cause loss to the company. Director of a company can use the information only for a company benefit. Case that related to misuse information is Avel Consultants Neighborhood versus Muhammad Zain Yusuf and ORS. In this case, they have three respondents are director of Avel Consultants Neighborhood and its holding company Almax Consultants Neighborhood. Both Avel and Almax are hired as consulting engineer with channel TV3 by System Television Malaysia Berhad (STMB), a subsidiary under Fleet Group. This contract, they are with the condition in case of resignation of any key workers involved in this project, Avel and Almax must inform Fleet Group about this so they can decide what to do thereafter. The three respondents form a new company named as Perunding AJZ, a firm with the same business of Avel, which is consultant engineer. The three respondents told STMB that three key workers of Avel on the channel 3 was resigning. Even when at the time said, three workers did not submit any resignation letter. So for the result, STMB terminating Avel and hiring Perunding AJZ as a new consultant engineer to carry on the Channel 3 project. Avel and Almax sued the respondent for breach of duty as a director. The court held that the respondent breached fiduciary duty as a director when they have carefully planned the formation of Perunding AJZ to obtain a Avel job. So for application of misuse information, referring to the previous cases that we have stated, she can prove that A and B have misused the information of the company, and this is mean A and B breach the duties as a director of ABC Sdn Bhd. This is because when they acquire information about the contract with the telecommunication company as a director of ABC Sdn Bhd and use this all information for their personal gain and leak information to XYZ Sdn Bhd. So next is misuse of position. The director breach of their duty to avoid conflict of interest if they misuse their position to make a profit for himself or to make a company suffer any loss. But actually, if the director make a profit but the company not suffer any loss, the director still breach of duty as a director. The case that related to misuse of position is Cook versus Dick. In this case, there were four directors: Cook, DM Dix, GS Dix, and Hinz, in a company carry on business of railway construction contractor. This company managed to locate a new project. GS Dix, GM Dix, and Hinz negotiate this contract using their own name and not for the company, and also done without consideration with Cook. They also form a new company to carry out this contract. When Cook found out, they sued these three directors behalf on the company. Court held that there was a breach of duty by the director. The director gave his personal interest more than company interest. Therefore, all the benefit belongs to the company. For the application misuse of position, she can prove that A and B have misused position as a director of ABC Sdn Bhd, and A and B have breached the duties as a director. This happened when they neglect the best interests of ABC Sdn Bhd when they form a new company, XYZ Sdn Bhd, to perform the contract that supposedly belonged to ABC Sdn Bhd.
Misuse of company opportunity. Director in conflict of interest can commit a breach of fiduciary duty when they make a profit from taking up an opportunity which should have been taken up by the company. Related cases, the Board of Trustees of Sabah Foundation versus Datuk Sheikh Kecik bin Sheikh Mohammed. The defendant, a director of Sabah Foundation and also a director of a subsidiary company Suranum, was aware that a license to extract a timber of certain valuable land was available. He secured the license for Panita Sdn Bhd without offering the opportunity to the Board of Trustees of Sabah Foundation. The foundation sued him for breach of fiduciary duty. The court held that the defendant had breached the duty, since, as a director, the defendant had the duty to make sure whether ever timber area intended for Sabah Foundation were for their benefit only. Application. C can prove that A and B misuse opportunity, thus breaching the duty as directors of ABC Sdn Bhd when A and B make profit from the giving the opportunity to perform the contract from the construction company to XYZ Sdn Bhd when the opportunity is supposedly given to ABC Sdn Bhd. A director without consent or ratification of the company in general meeting is prohibited from engaging in business which is in competition with the company. If the director competes with the company, the director are in breach of their fiduciary duty to avoid conflict of interest. Related cases, Personal Automation Mart v. Tan Sui Sang. As director of Personal Automation Mart PT Limited, the the defendants, before resigning from the company, secretly took over the company's premises, staff, and telephone line. She uses this information with the intention of finding new business deals for her new business. The court rejected her defense that she merely used the knowledge and skills gained from previous employment. Instead, the court held that she was in breach of fiduciary duty to the company. Application. C can prove that A and B are in competition with the company, thus breaching their duties as directors of ABC Sdn Bhd when A and B form XYZ Sdn Bhd, a company that compete directly with ABC Sdn Bhd in the telecommunication industry. Thus, A and B is in direct conflict of interest with duty as ABC Sdn Bhd directors.
In conclusion, C can prove that A and B have breached their duty to avoid conflict of interest, and that means they have breached a duty as a director of ABC Sdn Bhd. Thus, under Section 218 Clause 2 of Company Act 2016, A and B open conviction is liable to imprisonment for term not exceeding 5 years or a fine not exceeding Rm 3 millions or both.
For extra knowledge, since it has been stated in the book, the remedy under common law in the situation is when A and B have breached their duties as directors of ABC Sdn Bhd that resulted in A and B making a profit at the expense of ABC Sdn Bhd, the law stated that A and B should reverse the unjust profit they made in numbers of ways. For example, if ABC Sdn Bhd suffer losses from the actions of Director A and B, it can claim equitable compensation from A and B. As someone who's always anxious and worried about things all the time, I do have fear of failure, and that sometimes hinder me in my daily activities, especially studying. So for today, Food for Thoughts, I have compiled a mini guide how to overcome fear of failure in 3 simple steps. Step 1. Reframe the word failure. Even when you fail, you can learn through the process of your mistakes, so you never really fail. Step 2. Imagine the worst case scenario. It's not that you're trying to be negative, but by imagining the obstacles that you might face, you can plan to overcome those obstacles. Step 3. Confront your inner demon. Ask yourself, why are you so afraid in the first place? Is it from past events? Face those memories. Remind yourself, your fear shouldn't hold you back from pursuing the future.
Hai, Assalamualaikum. So hari ini saya nak share satu ayat berbunyi tiada yang lebih penting dari suruhan ilahi. Kita sebagai manusia, kita jangan mempersoalkan kenapa rezeki kita sempit, kenapa doa kita banyak yang tak dimakbulkan, kenapa jodoh kita tak dapat-dapat, sedangkan suruhan Allah tu kita lambat-lambat. So ada satu kisah benar mengenai sahabat Nabi sendiri, di mana ketika itu sahabat Nabi ni bekerja membuat bangunan menggunakan batu bata. Pada batu yang terakhir, azan pun berkumandang. Sahabat Nabi ni terus meninggalkan batu tersebut dan bergegas ke masjid untuk menunaikan solat. Apabila ditanyakan, kenapa engkau tidak menghabiskan batu yang terakhir itu tadi? Kalau kau habiskan batu itu tadi, maka selesailah pekerjaan kau. Dan sahabat Nabi tadi menjawab, aku risau kalau aku meneruskan pekerjaan aku takut aku lebih membesarkan kerjaya aku berbanding aku membesarkan Tuhan aku. Masya Allah. Iman para sahabat Nabi memang sungguh hebat. So, tepuk dada, tanya